This is our second video for Chapter 4. Chapter 4, Section 2, Unit Rates and Proportional Reasoning. What you'll learn about in this video is how to find unit rates and unit cost using proportional reasoning. Keep in mind as you go through the video that a ratio is a comparison of two quantities by division. The vocabulary terms you'll learn in this video are rate, and unit cost. Be sure to label the section in your notebook, write down each term, and then define them as you see them in the video. A rate is a ratio that compares two quantities measured in different units. So this would be an example of a rate. So there are 15 grams of fat in 5 servings of canned soup. So the rate of grams of fat per serving is 15 grams of fat to 5 servings. So the two different quantities we're looking at are a grams of fat and a serving. So in the last section we were able to do things like things that were easily converted from one to another with feet and inches. These aren't things that you can convert from one to another. You're just trying to see the rate that the ratio is. Now, the rate for 1 unit of a given quantity is the unit rate. So that would be taking our original rate from the previous slide and figuring out how much would be for just 1 serving or 1 unit, whatever's on the bottom of the ratio. So if we have this, to find the ratio, we're going to be dividing. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide the top number by the bottom number. So we're going to divide by 5, because you're dividing 15 by 5. Here, let me write that a different way. So we're going to divide 15 divided by 5. So that's a simple math thing. We all know 15 divided by 5 is 3. So we have 3 grams of fat per serving, or 3 to 1 is our unit rate. If we wanted to look at a picture to illustrate this, well, I wrote on top of my box. All right, we're going to go up. So if we have 5 servings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with a total of 15 grams of fat in all 5 servings, we want to divide that 15 grams of fat into our 5 servings. So we're dividing 15 by 5 to get us our 3 grams of fat. So our model shows the total fat divided by the number of serving gives us the fat per serving. Let's look at an example. Say we have a package of cheddar cheese contains 15 servings and has a total of 147 grams of fat. We want the unit rate of grams per serving. So our grams is going to go on top, and our servings are going to go on the bottom. Alright, so we know a ratio, you're finding the difference between quantities with division. So we're going to divide 147 by 15. Now, I know 115 times 10 would be 150, so I'm just shy of that. So I'm going to go by 9. 9 times 5 is 45, carry the 4, 9 times 1 is 1, plus 4 is 13. Subtract, 7 minus 5 is 2, 4 minus 3 is 1. Put in a decimal, drop a 0. How many 15s go into 120? 2 15s and 30, 4 30s, so 8. 8 times 5 is 0. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 4 is 12. Terminating decimal. So we have 9.8 per serving, or 9.8 grams over 1 serving. Pause the video and try these two in your notebook. Remember to label the section as exercises, number your problems, write down the original problem, and show all your work. Now let's look at finding a unit rate when our problem consists of fractions. Let's say Cindy walks 6/10 of a mile in one fourth or a quarter of an hour. What is her speed in miles per hour? So our ratio is 6/10 to 1/4. So 6/10 to 1/4. So we know when we want to find a rate, we are dividing the two numbers. So it's going to be 6/10 divided by 1/4. And we know when we're dividing fractions, what you're really doing is multiplying. So it's going to be 6/10 times 4/1, which gives us 24/10, which simplifies down to 12/5, which becomes 2 2/5. So our unit rate is 2 2/5 miles per hour. So her speed is 2 2/5 miles per hour. Pause the video and try these two in your notebook. Remember to write down the original problem and show all your work. A unit rate that gives the cost per unit is a unit cost. To find the unit cost of an item, divide the total cost of the item by the number of units in the item. Using unit cost to compare. You can use unit cost to decide whether something is a better buy, whether it has the lower cost per ounce or per pound or per whatever, whether one thing is a better value than something else. So if we look at this one, we have two bottles of shampoo, a 16-ounce bottle for $6.19 and a 13.5-ounce bottle for $4.99. So we want to do our ratios, find our rates, find our unit rate, then find our unit cost to figure out which of these bottles is the better deal. So let's look at the smaller bottle first. So we have 13.5 ounces per $3.99. If we divide that, we get approximately 30 cents per ounce. If we look at the second bottle, our unit rate is 16 ounces over $6.19, which gives us a unit cost of 39 cents per ounce. Now, since obviously 30 is smaller than 39, our 13.5 ounce bottle is our better deal. So bigger isn't always better. Sometimes smaller is cheaper. Pause the video and do these two in your notebook. Check your understanding. Make sure you label it as check your understanding in your notebook, write down the original problems, and show all your work. Number 1, vocabulary. What makes a unit rate a unit cost? 2, use the model at the right to find the total grams of fat in 4 servings. For 3, 4, and 5, find the unit rate for each situation by filling in the blanks. 3, skating 1,000 meters in 200 seconds. With meters over seconds, fill in your blank. 4, drinking 7/8 of a container of juice in a half a minute. 5, spending $89.50 in 5 hours. Make sure you show all your work, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.